welcome back to another new video with Tell You Everything. I am aka Mama Payne, and happy Memorial Day. Hopefully everyone is out having fun, splashing in the water, enjoying the sunshine wherever you may be. Please don't drink and drive. Be safe and be careful out on those roads, especially today. Be aware, be cautious, and know what's going on around you. So, yes, today's video, I wanted to bring you all to share on this compost that I've been talking about doing. I did the video, but it just, to me, it just didn't hit that I like. And so I kind of deleted it because I just felt it wasn't that good. And not to mention, I was not feeling well. And I just wasn't myself. I'm not 100% right now, but I'm good enough to just get it going today, especially today. I also wanted to say thank you for all that is serving and who served in the military. We appreciate you, and we pray and we hope that you all make it home wherever you are to see your families. Alright guys, so do you guys remember me talking about the compost while I was showing you guys my garden? Garden's coming along. I've bought a few more little plants, and things are coming along. It is so bright and sunny out here, I could barely see, and I should have shades on, but I don't like the way I look in my shades. But anyways, here's the compost box that I'm about to show you guys how to get a good compost going. And I have already shredded up old paper and paper clips, and the stuff that comes in the mail that's you're just gonna toss away. I either recycle that, and now I'm just gonna use it to mix in with all the other things that I'm going to make that awesome compost with. So come along with me and let me show you how I'm going to get this started. I'm going to walk around my yard, and yes, you guys, look at my yard. It's been cut. Hallelujah. And I got myself a nice, well-used riding lawnmower finally. It's not the best in the world, but hey, it's cutting the grass, and I guess it's better than spending $1,400 to $2,000 something on riding lawnmower. I got a okay deal on that. I was hoping for cheaper, but you know how it is. I guess everybody's going up. It don't even matter if you're selling or not, from store or from home. Anyways, this right here is my pine straw mixed in with leaves, and I got already ant bit. And this, I'm gonna take some of that and take some of that and some leaves. I have plenty of leaves over there. I'm gonna show you guys. I got plenty of fall dead leaves over there. I'm gonna gather all that around, okay? And I'm gonna use all the shredded newspaper advertisement papers I get in the mail and bills, and those private papers with things that nobody needs to see. You have to either tear those up or shred them or burn them. So I'm gonna use that for my compost. It's getting hot. I think it's gonna be nice 86 degrees today. Perfect for those that like to go to the beach and lay out, especially today. Take your family to the beach, enjoy the water. Just be safe out there with the currents and all that. If you're not too familiar with what goes on with those currents, better respect that ocean. If you don't respect that ocean, it's not going to respect you. So please be careful with your families out there. Y'all, it's such a beautiful day. Beautiful sky. We are so blessed. Okay, so I went inside and got all the paper that I've shredded, and I'm going to take you guys step by step on how I'm going to start my compost. Okay, right here I have, this is bills, guys, nothing but bills, and I got so much more to shred. Alright, so anyway, shred paper, and you could even shred boxes, like cereal boxes, snack boxes, and what have we. Just have a lot of that. And here's more bills. More bills, guys. This is so good for your compost. Okay, I'm gonna use those three, the pine straw and the fall dead leaves. Now, I wanted to take the weed eater and chop up the pine straw and the fall leaves, but I got to working in the yard the day before yesterday and chopped up and weed eated a lot. Salem, kiki. That is not Salem, but that's one of Salem's kittens. It's almost grown, but I, weed eated the whole yard, guys. I don't have any more string in the weed eater. I got a little bit, and Ty's gonna be very upset because he was going to weed eat the ditch, and there's no more string. And how does he hate, and I don't like to use the word hate, but dislikes to put string on the weed eater. He causes up a storm. The things that come out of that boy's mouth, he's lucky I don't got bar of soap stick in his mouth. Teenagers. Yep. Teenagers. They're something else. I guess I was a teenager once and I was pretty moody. I'm not even sure. Okay, guys. Well, let me get everything going to bring to the compost, okay? I shall return. I am back. And I've gotten a mixture of dead leaves and pine straw. This is perfect to get that compost going. And I've got scraps that I totally forgot about. This is Scraps cabbage leaves that I shredded up, and it's ready to be in the compost. And in this bag I have eggshells, banana peels, potato peels, apple peels, I mean, you name it, and I got it. So this will get this compost going, and then I'm going to mix in a little bit of hardwood bark and this leftover a little bit of compost that I bought when I started planting my plants. And at the end of this video, I want to show you the growth of my vegetable plants. And there's one that I'm just really I don't know what to think about it, because I'm not going to say, but it's a bell pepper. And I'm taking shade, it's hot, y'all. But I'm going to show you guys what that turned out to look like. It's crazy. But anyway, let's get going. And also, I'm going to tell you why I need these boards right here. Because when you do a compost, whether it's in a container or a box compost, you have to make sure your compost gets oxygen. If not, then it's going to be really bad compost, really stinky compost, and it's not going to be any good. All you're going to have is a lot of stinkiness, rotten, no good stuff. You don't want to do that. If you do a container, make sure you put plenty of holes, like a garbage can. Make sure you put holes on either each side, but make sure it goes from the top to the bottom so it can get plenty of oxygen, which they call air. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get this going. Alright, first we're going to do the leaves and pine straw. We're just going to shred it out, lay it out like a salad even. I'm gonna pretend like I'm making a salad, okay? So you get the idea, all right? So then next, I'll just start putting all the other things in it. All right, so next, I've got cabbage, and now I'm going to put the rest of the peels that I just talked about. Okay guys, you see I'm holding tea bags. Don't throw away your tea bags if you're thinking about doing a compost. This is so good for it, okay? I know you guys can't see me, but tea bags are great for a compost. And I'm gonna just leave this running so you guys can see what else I'm doing. It's hard to record and do this. One day maybe I'll make it on YouTube where I can hire me a camera guy. Alright. And more eggshells, banana peels. This is gross, but hey, potato peels, you name it. It's like I said, it's like making a salad. Cats are gonna go, wow, what's going on in here? Look at this cat come out of nowhere and already wants to dig into my compost. Well, hello, kitty. And what is your name? Alright guys, so then I'm gonna add more leaves, because then I'm gonna just toss it like a salad. He's wondering why I'm covering this up with leaves. Hello, kitty. This is not Salem, by the way, but I think it's one of Salem's offsprings from probably 8-9 months ago, and he loves me. Alright, then we're going to go ahead and do a layer of the box that I was telling you, the boxes that I cut up. He's having a good time over here. He's like, what is this woman doing? He's loving all this. And just don't overdo it. Just make sure you keep saving your stuff for maybe after 2 weeks you want to add more stuff to it. Because they do say you have to wait about 6 weeks to 10 weeks for the compost to be good and rich and ready to use. Okay, but a lot of my stuff has been sitting and kind of giving itself that breakdown, especially the leaves and the pine straw. It's been breaking down on the ground into the earth. Alright, so now I'm shredding my paper. And you see this is all part of making a compost. Okay? I think that's all I'm gonna use. I'm not gonna use that whole over there, that whole bucket over there that I just showed you in the black bucket. That's my shredder. Because then it would be a little bit too much. Alright. Don't want pine cones in it. I mean, they could break down and be useful. But hey, this is what you're getting right here. Okay? And when I'm done, I'm going to wet it a little bit with a water hose to give it some moisture and give it that kickstart. Okay, next I put that a little bit of leftover compost that I did for my vegetable garden. And now I'm going to put some of this hardwood bark inside and the rest of that and start mixing. Alright guys, I've put that wood bark in there, and now I'm going to put the rest of that on top, and I'm just going to give it a really good mix on top of that pumpkin I talked about in my other video that was growing on the ground. I'm going to put that like right in here or over there somewhere and see what happens. I'm curious to know if it'll grow me a pumpkin or not. So that being said, go ahead and put that over there. Start mixing it up really well and get this compost thing going. So with the sun and some water, this will be absolutely a rich compost. Now let me mind you, if you don't have the hardwood bark, just go based on your pine straw, your leaves, shredded paper, shredded boxes in your house, and all your peels and everything that you usually throw away in the garbage. And just remember, add to it once or every 2 weeks, just depending on what it's looking like. If it's breaking down at a really good pace, then you add a little more to it. Don't go overload, because then it's going to be too much and it's going to take too long to break down. And another tip, you know, the plants that didn't bloom again this summer and they just laid there and died. I gotta sit for a second. Well, I had several that didn't bloom back, but guess what? Here, I have 2 of these, and these are great for composting. You could add it to the box or your container, mix it up well with the rest of it. That right there helps it. There's another one that didn't grow back. And so I'm going to go ahead and use these. I'm going to just shake it off. It's still good for something. It's almost like a recycle thing, and I love to do that too. So it is getting hotter and hotter, and I'm sweating more, and I have a little makeup on, and I think it's melting, but that's okay, because hey, if I scare you guys, I'm sorry. Alright guys, I'm going to do that. Shake it off here. That is so rich still. I don't know what's growing here. This is what's in there, and it does have some bugs. I didn't realize it, but I don't know if they'll survive in this or not. These little white ball things right here, that helps to get oxygen in there like it needs. A lot of these little bugs look like roly-polies, and they do. They love rich dirt. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this off. Alright, so I got it all good and mixed. And they also say after you cut your grass, you could use the grass shavings and add to your compost. I didn't do that because basically that was Saturday that I cut it. It looks like it's growing right back, which is a pain in the butt. But I think I got enough going to start a rich compost box. Okay, right here I add a little bit of that to add this pumpkin in there. As y'all can see, they already started the leaves. And I'm going to put that in here. So let me do that. Okay, so I put it in the corner, and I'm just going to get some of this right here and kind of cover it up a little bit. And then I'm going to wet it down and see what happens. You just never know. Alright, this right here I'm going to extend a little bit, spread it out, then I'm going to wet it down. Okay guys, next I need to wet this down a little bit. Break it down. That's where I got that pumpkin setting right there, but you got to give it a head start. And like I said, you could use or buy a bag of already made compost to give it a kick start if you don't have dirt. I didn't use a whole lot of dirt, but what I had left over from my garden was good enough. Alright, the next thing is, I'm trying to catch my breath here. Alright, next thing is why I had these boards. Remember I said something about giving it oxygen, air. Well, And then when it rains, you don't want all that rain to fall right on it. So I've decided to go this route, and if it doesn't work, I have to go another route. Okay? But I figured this would be perfect. Alright. Now, I'm going to set these right here. And what I'm going to put on here are 2 beach balls, okay? 2 beach balls and this perfect size tarp that I got at the Dollar Tree with some bungee cords. So if I set the beach balls right in the middle and bungee cord it on the ends or every corner, and it rains, it will take a lot of that water and run it off to the sides, because it will get water in. Yeah, it's hot. It will get that water it needs, and if not, I could just go in once a week and give it a little water, not a whole lot. Like I said, you don't want to rot everything out. Not meaning the scraps, but meaning the rest of what's in there. And then you'll have a stinky compost box or container. Anyways, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get 2 beach balls. I'm sitting right there in the middle. Get this tarp here and some bungee cords and get it set. I could also try to plant these potatoes right in here in the row and see exactly what it will do and see if it'll produce some potatoes. I'm pretty sure it will. Alright guys, I'm back. Had to go in this house and get cooled off a little bit. And I needed to get those bungee cords, but I could not find them, so I had to come up with another idea for this tarp, and I used some landscape pins, which is that right there and over there. And so this is the perfect size. The only thing is when I put that beach ball or balls in there, I'm not sure if it's going to be long enough for it to get pinned right here to the sides. If not, I'll just use one. Also, I wanted to show you guys, here is the potatoes that's, you know, your potatoes that's growing this on the outside of the potato skin. This is what starts your plants, and it starts to make potatoes for those that don't know that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make some room right here, kind of right here, give it a little bit of some growth here, and just going to line them up and see what happens. I'm always curious to know what I can grow, so let's see what happens with these. I'm just going to shred a little bit of that on top and go from there. And I'll keep you guys posted on what happens with this pumpkin and with these potatoes. Okay, now, got that going. Let me go ahead and get the beach ball. Can't see, guys. Alright, so I have a bigger beach ball and a smaller beach ball. And this is a very nice beach ball that we bought for the lake. And then I got this beach ball at the Dollar Tree. Now, whichever works, I am going to see. I'm going to go ahead and put them either on top or in between and see what happens. So, I found 2 of the short bungee cords that I do need. I needed 4, but having 2 is better than having none. And so, as y'all can see, the big beach ball didn't work out. The little one did. And it would work out so much better, because then I can do that right there and get one of the pins and pull it back. Okay, I can put one of the landscaping pins right here and pull it back and tighten it, so when the rain falls, it runs down. So hopefully it doesn't do that on the other end. So I'm going to try to make it as tight as possible and see if it works. Because we're supposed to get rain, I think, Thursday and Friday, or Thursday and Saturday. Okay, so let me make sure I'm rolling. Okay, so I done the bungee cords on both ends with the landscaping pins. As y'all can see, I'm going to need a third. So I need to find that third bungee cord as well as the other side. It's going to need one in the middle, but I wanted to show you guys. I put the small beach ball in the middle and close the two pieces of wood together to hold the beach ball in place. And it's sinking over there. That's why I need the third. And it's sinking over here, but I put, as y'all can see, it's running down right over here and right over there. So I'm going to have to work on it a little bit more in order to get it right where I want it, but it works. Like I said, I put these two right here to keep it from totally sinking in. Two of my old plant containers. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you get rain in it. You don't want the whole thing full of water though. As you can see, this is holding water, and I'm gonna have to pull this out and play with it a little bit, try to get it just where I want it. But anyway, that's about it, guys. That is about it. And now I can show you guys my garden. Okay, let me get where I can see you guys. Alright, so I had 3 small little vegetable plants. And they were about this big. Okay, and now they're this big. Look how big they got. All of them. I bought 1, 2, 3, and all of them are huge. I'm gonna get about, I'm gonna say about 20 to 30 Roman tomatoes out of here. And I bought this a week ago, and that's gonna be a red bell. This is the first tomato plant that I bought, and that's a big boy tomatoes, and you can see I have one still growing, and there's another one growing up here and another one growing up here, so they're starting to come in. I've got some growing up here. Garlic's still doing pretty good. That's another tomato plant, same thing as that one. But I had moved these tomatoes over here, and they did not like it. They were dying. They did not like it. So I had to put them back where they were the most comfortable. Alright, here's the potatoes. This is a new plant. That's another type of hot pepper. And there's my jalapenos right there. They're growing jalapenos everywhere. And let me tell you, I love me some homemade salsa, because I love to make homemade salsa. Alright, here's some more of that container that I had potatoes in. And there's my bell plant that used to be about this big, that looked like that one right there. Okay? But let me show you what's weird. Have you guys ever seen this? Look at this bell pepper. It's purple. It's a purple bell pepper. I've never seen one before. And this is supposed to be a green bell pepper. As you could see, there's a green bell pepper here, a green bell pepper down there, and it looks like I'm getting another purple one right there. I think they got it mixed up with another type of new bell pepper plant that they've invented. Not sure, but I think it's pretty cool. Not sure what it's going to taste like, but I'm excited to see. And that is my garden, you guys. It's growing in containers, and it's doing pretty good. This one was halfway dead, so I rescued it. It's alive again. It's getting green. And that is that. So, with that being said, guys, I really do hope that you enjoyed this video thank you for taking your time to watch the video and hanging out with me on how to make a compost bed, box, and or container. You can do either one. And don't forget to give me that thumbs up, and please subscribe, and go to my next channel, Exploring the Afterlife. That is about to take off now that I have a little more time in my hands. And go to my Facebook, Shadows Behind the Darkness, on that group. And go on my Instagram, at Mama Payne. And I think that is it. I think I've covered everything. So please, like I said, comment down below and tell me what you think so far of what you see. Or you can give me tips, or I can give you tips. This has been a fun experience. It's good for stress, depression, anxiety. It's been a fun experience, but I wouldn't suggest you do it in the heat, because that's like miserable. So as time goes by, I will be showing you guys the progress that my boxes, compost boxes, going through, and more on my vegetable plants. So with that being said, guys, thank you for joining me. I am Mama Payne. Until next time, take care and be safe. And don't forget to stay positive, live a little, and don't forget to love yourself. Peace out.